is we're just about to finish the book of Daniel, and I said that we'll not go until we finish. Any question up to there? Daniel chapter 11. So we are reading about the king of the what? The king of the. In those times, many will rise against the king of the south. Those who are violent among your people will of the vision, but without success. Then the king of the north will come and build up siege rams and will capture a fortified city. The forces of the south will be powerless to resist. Even their best troops will not have the strength to stand. Any question up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And you want us to it's just streaming for the next 10 minutes and we'll be done. So just bear with me. And I don't want us to do with the bare minimum. There's something called the bare minimum. I wouldn't want us to go with the bare minimum. I want us to go full force. I wouldn't want us to do the bare minimum. There's something called the bare minimum. You've been told for you to qualify, you need C minus. You just want to get to the bare minimum. You don't want to go, an extra. You don't want to do extra. Oh my goodness. You just want to do the bare minimum. That is terrible. But if you're new to this channel, subscribe and I will be more than happy to host you. Any question up to there? There's something that has fallen down, but I'll pick it up, don't worry. Any question up to there? I want us not to do the bare minimum, because the problem of doing the bare minimum is that, you just, 1 second away or 1 minute away from being disqualified. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? Let us continue reading. Let us continue reading. You can subscribe and comment. I said that we are not going to do the bare minimum. We have to overstretch, because there's a problem of doing the bare minimum. The bare minimum. I always tell my friends, there are people who just want to do the bare minimum. So here we are not doing the bare minimum. Here we are going the whole way. And we say what we mean and we mean what we say. Any questions up to there? Subscribe, comment. Don't know where you're watching me from. I said that you have to finish reading this book before we go to sleep in order to overthrow the kingdom, but his plan will not succeed or help him. Then Abdulia Khan, how are you? I'm good. Welcome to this channel, my good friend. Subscribe. I would be very happy if you are part of this program. However, we're just finishing in the next 10 minutes or 20 minutes. Kindly subscribe, comment, tell me where you're watching me from. Just subscribe. I want you to subscribe. Then he will turn his attention to the coastlands and will take many of them. But a commander will put an end of his insolence and turn his insolence back on him. After this, he will turn back towards the fortress of his own country, but he will stumble and fail to be seen no more. His successor will send out a tax collector to maintain the royal splendor. In a few years, however, he will be destroyed, not in anger or in battle. He'll be contemptible person who has not been given the honor of royalty. He will invade the kingdom when its people feel secure, and he will seize it through intrigue. Your country is Pakistan. Where in Pakistan exactly? Pakistan. you come from, which is the capital? Is it Islamabad or is it Lahore? I know there's a town called Lahore, and there's another one called, is it Karachi? Or I know Pakistan is where um, Benazir Bhutto came from, right? Yes, I know Pakistan. Pakistan is used to be part of India. Lahore, yeah, you come from Lahore. So Pakistan was part of India, but it's a Muslim state. It's called the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, right? If I remember my atlas correctly. The Islam, it's in fact it's one of those countries called the Islamic Republic, right? I know it's the Islamic, if I'm not wrong, it's the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. But anyway, welcome to this channel. We're just about to finish the book of Daniel. So buckle up, with just around 20 minutes to go, and we'll be done. Okay, so let's continue reading. Um, he will be succeeded. Then an overwhelming army will be swept away before him. Both it and the prince of the covenant will be destroyed. After coming to an agreement with him, he will act deceitfully. And with only a few people, he will rise to power. Listen to that. With only a few people, he will rise to power. That's about a man who was once a servant, and with only, let's read that, with only, he will act deceitfully, and with only a few people, he will rise to power. He will invade them and achieve what neither his fathers nor his forefathers did. He will distribute plunder, loot, wealth amongst his followers. He will plot the overthrow of the fortress, but only for a time. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. With a large army, he will strip up his strength and courage against the king of the south. The king of the south will wage war with a large and very powerful army, but he will not be able to stand because of the plots devised against him. Those who eat from the king's provisions, Aila, welcome to this channel. Oh, wow. His army will be swept away and many will fall in battle. The two kings with their hearts bent on evil will sit at the same table and lie to each other, but to no avail. We're just about to finish. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment, because an end will still come at the appointed time. The king of the north will return to his own country with great wealth, but his heart will be set against the Holy Covenant. He will take action against it and will return to his own country. At the appointed time, he will invade the south again, but this time the outcome will be different from what it was before. Ships of the western coastlands will oppose him, and he will lose heart. Then he will turn back and vent his fury against the Holy Covenant. If you're new, subscribe. He will return and show favor to those who forsake the Holy Covenant. His armed forces will rise up to desecrate the temple fortress and will abolish the daily sacrifice. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. We're just about to finish the book of Daniel, and I wouldn't want us to waste time. Time is very precious, and we wouldn't waste it on any other thing. So let's not discuss anything else. Let's just finish reading, and we'll be good. They will set up the abomination that causes desolation. We're reading from the book of Daniel, just about to finish it, in chapter 11, just about to finish. Thank you for subscribing. I'm very happy that you have subscribed, and be part of this program. We run it on a daily basis. For at least 1 hour, 2 hours, we read the scripture, and then we can call it a night, right? You don't need to sleep for 10 hours. You don't have that luxury of time. Time is very precious, so you don't have that luxury. So let's read very quickly. Those who are wise will instruct many. though for a time they will fall by the sword, or be burned, or captured, or plundered. When they fall, they will receive a little help, and many of who are not secure will join them. Some of the wise will stumble, so that they may not be purified, and made spotless until the time of the end. For it will come at the appointed time. The king who will do so as he pleases will exalt and magnify himself above every god, and will say unheard of things against the gods of old. He will say unheard of things. He will be successful until the time of wrath is completed, for what has been determined must take place. He will show no regard for the gods of his ancestors, or for the one desired by women, nor will he regard any god, but he will exalt himself above them all. Instead of them, he will honor a god of fortresses, a god unknown to his ancestors. He will honor with gold and silver, with precious stones and costly gifts. He will attack the mightiest fortress with the help of a foreign god, and will greatly honor those who acknowledge him. He will make them rulers over many people, and will distribute the land at a price. At the time of the end of the king of the south will engage him in battle, and the king of the north will storm out against him with chariots and cavalry and a great fleet of ships. He will invade many countries and sweep through them like a flood. Many countries will fall, but Edom, Moab, and the leaders of Ammon will remain delivered from his hand. He will extend his power over many countries. Egypt will not escape. He will gain control of treasuries of gold and silver and all the riches of Egypt, with the Libyans and the Cushites in submission. But reports from the east and the north will alarm him, and he will set out a great rage to destroy and annihilate. He will pitch his royal tents between the seas at the beautiful holy mountain. Yet he will come to his end. No one will help him. We are reading from the last chapter of Daniel, chapter 12. At that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress such as has not happened from beginning of the nations until then. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Multitudes who sleep in the dust of the earth to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. Those who are wise will shine like the brightness of the heavens, and those who lead many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. But you, Daniel, roll up and seal the words of the scroll until the time of the end. Many will go here and increase knowledge. Then I, Daniel, looked, and there before me stood two others, one on the bank of the river and one on the opposite bank. One of them said to the man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, how long will it be before those astonishing things are fulfilled? The man clothed in linen, who was above the waters of the river, lifted his right hand and his left hand towards heaven, and I heard him swear by him who lives forever and ever, saying, it will be for a time, times and half a time, when the power of the holy people has been fully broken, and all these things will be completed. I heard, but I did not understand, so I asked my Lord, what will the outcome of all this be? He replied, go your way, Daniel, because the words are rolled up and sealed until the end of the time. Any question up to there? Many will be purified, made spotless and refined, but the wicked will continue to be wicked. None of the wicked will understand, but those who are wise will understand. Any question up to there? From the time that the daily sacrifice is abolished, and the abomination that causes dissolution is set up, there will be 1,290 days. Blessed is the one who waits for and reaches the end of the 1,335 days. As for you, go your way till the end, you will rest, and then at the end of the days you'll rise and to receive your allotted inheritance. Ribashaka. We have finally reached the end of the book of Daniel. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. If you're new to this channel, we've just come to the end of this live stream, the book of Daniel. We are very happy to finish reading the book of Daniel, and without even wasting one more minute, we will start reading the book of Joel. I want us to squeeze all the juice. We're reading from the book of Joel. We've just finished reading the book of Daniel, not even wasting 1 minute or 1 second. Immediately, let's begin. The word of the Lord came to the Joel, the son of Bethuel. Hear this, you elders. Listen, all who live in the land. Has anything like this ever happened in your days, or in the days of your ancestors? Tell it to your children and your children's children. Tell it to their children and their children, to the next generation. What the locust swamp has left, what the great locusts have left, the young locusts have eaten. What the young locusts have left, other locusts have eaten. Wake up, you drunkards, and weep. Wail, all you drunkards of wine. Wail because of the new wine. For it has been snatched from your lips. A nation has invaded my land, a mighty army without number. We are reading from the book of Joel. We have just finished reading from the book of Daniel, and without even much further ado, we've started reading the book of Joel. At least tonight, we can read 2 books. That is good for the night, and so that we can, in a crash program, we can finish reading, and I know it will be great. Any questions up to there? Let's continue reading. Wail because of the new wine, for it has been snatched from your lips. A nation has invaded my land, a mighty army without number. Welcome to this channel. Kindly subscribe and comment. We are reading from the book of, the book of Joel. I think we'll be streaming for only this is the last hour we are streaming. We just have, 40 minutes to go. I think that is enough time for us to, read. Subscribe to this channel immediately. And we don't have the luxury of time. Let us continue reading. A nation has invaded my land, a mighty army without number. It has the teeth of a lion, the fangs of a lioness. It has laid waste my vines and ruined my fig trees. It has stripped off their bark and thrown it away, leaving their branches white. Mourn like a virgin in sackcloth, grieving for the betrothed of her youth. Any questions up to there? Any question? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Grain offerings and drink offerings are cut from the house of the Lord. The priests are in mourning, those who minister before the Lord. The fields are ruined, the ground is dried up, the grain is destroyed, a new wine is drying up, the olive oil fails. Despair, you farmers, wail, you vine growers, grieve for the wheat and for the barley, because the harvest of the field is destroyed. The vine is dried up, and the fig tree is withered, the pomegranate, the palm, and the apple tree. We have been streaming now for, I think this is the 3rd hour. And if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Okay. All the trees of the field are dried up. Okay. Surely the people's joy is withered away. So put on a sackcloth, you priests, and mourn. Wail, you who minister before the altar. come spend the night in sackcloth. Dennis Kimboy, welcome to this live stream. Very happy to host you. You can you can you know you can subscribe. We're streaming for 3 hours now, and this is the last lap. So if you're here, you buckle up, because this is now, that name reminds me of a man who was called, he was running the 3000 steeplechase. He was one of the greatest men to run this 3000 steeplechase. If the Olympics of 2012, oh my goodness, the last lap he was running like I don't know, like crazy. Say we are running like crazy. Say we are running like crazy, like crazy. Mm-hmm. So if you're new, when you're new to this channel, don't worry. We are just speeding up. We are about to finish. We just very very short period of time because we want to finish reading the scripture in a span of, I think, by the end of this month. By 1st of December, I should say that I've already finished reading the scripture. So I don't want any excuses. So tonight we're reading 2 books. At least by 10th we should be done with the Old Testament, so that in those 20 days we can quickly finish the New Testament, because the bulk of the content is in Old Testament. So we just have to clear it very quickly. Okay, are we together? Are we together? Subscribe and comment. I know you're tired, but what can we say? What can we do? Let's continue. Despair, you farmers, wail, you wine growers, grieve for the wheat and the barley, because the harvest of the field is destroyed. The vine is dried up, and the fig tree is withered, the pomegranate, the palm, and the apple tree. All the trees of the field are dried up. Surely the people's joy is withered away. Put on a sackcloth, you priests, and mourn. Wail, you minister before the altar. Come spend the night in the sackcloth, you who minister before my God. For the grain offerings and drink offerings are withheld from the house of your God. Declare a holy fast, call a sacred assembly, summon the elders and all who live in the land to the house of the Lord your God, and cry out to the Lord. Any question up to there? Any question? Let me see what the time is. We've been reading and I don't know, the time is going. Declare a holy fast, call a sacred assembly, summon the elders and all who live in the land to the house of the Lord your God, and cry out to the Lord. Alas, for that day, for the day of the Lord is near. It will come like destruction from the Almighty. Has not the food been cut off before our very eyes? Joy and gladness from the house of our God. The seeds are shriveled beneath the clothes. The storehouses are in ruins. The granaries have been broken down, for the grain has dried up. How the cattle mourn, the herds mill about, because they have no pasture. Even the flocks of sheep are suffering. To you, Lord, I call, for fire has devoured the pastures in the wilderness, and flames have burned up all the trees of the field. Wow, this book of Joel is, very solemn. Even the wild animals pant for you. The streams of water have dried up. The fire has devoured the pastures in the wilderness. Chapter 2, Joel verses 2. Joel chapter 2. Blow the trumpet in Zion. Sound the alarm on my holy hill. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. Let all who live in the land tremble, for the day of the Lord is coming. It is close at hand. The days of darkness and gloom, clouds and blackness, like dawn spreading across the mountains. A large and mighty army comes, such as never in ancient times. nor ever will be in ages to come. Before them, before them fire devours, behind them a flame blazes. Before them, the Garden of Eden. Behind them, a desert waste. Nothing escapes them. They have the appearance of horses. They gallop along like cavalry. With a noise like that of chariots, they leap over the mountain tops. Like a crackling fire consuming stubble, like a mighty army drawn up for battle. At the sight of them, nations are in anguish. Every face turns pale. They charge like warriors. They scale walls like soldiers. They all march in line, not swerving from their course. They do not jostle each other. Each marches straight ahead. They plunge through defenses without breaking ranks. They rush upon city. They run along the wall. They climb into the houses like thieves. They enter through the windows before them. The earth shakes, the heavens tremble. The sun and the moon are darkened, and the stars no longer shine. The Lord thunders at the head of its army. His forces are beyond number, and mighty is the army that obeys his command. The day of the Lord is great, it is dreadful. Who can endure it? Even now declares the Lord, return to me with all your heart, with fasting and with weeping. Googie 2324, welcome to this live stream. Very happy to be here. Rend your heart and not your garments. Return to the Lord your God, for he is gracious and compassionate, slow to anger, and abounding in love, and he relents from sending calamity. Who knows, he may turn and relent and leave behind a blessing, grain offerings and drink offerings for the Lord your God. Just about to finish the book of Joel. We have read tonight, we have read the book of Daniel, and now, without even wasting time, we are now reading the book of Joel. I want us, before we even say go, I want us to finish reading the book of Joel. And we don't have the luxury of time. Time is the only factor here, not even money. Time is the factor that we are looking at. And if only we had more time, but unfortunately we do not. So we have to go with we have to compress. We have to do it we have to be very uncomfortable until we finish this crash course. Any question up to there? Any question? I'll be more than happy to answer you. Any question up to there? Any question? Any question? We're just about to finish. Don't worry. Bear with me. Just bear with me. I'll be here for just 20 minutes and the live broadcast will be off. Any question up to there? Any question? Okay. Gather the people, consecrate the assembly, bring together the elders, gather the children, the best, let the bridegroom leave his room, and the bride her chamber. Let the priests who minister before the Lord weep between the portico and the altar. Let them say, spare your people, Lord. Do not make your inheritance an object of scorn. By a byword among the nation, why should they say amongst the people, where is their God? Welcome to this channel. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? I hope you are enjoying this live stream. Every day I said that we'll be just streaming for only 3 hours every day. Just 3 hours. That's not too much to ask. Is that too much to ask? That is not too much. Or is that too much? Is it too much? Are you tired? Yeah, let us continue. Then the Lord was jealous for his land and took pity on his people. We are reading from the book of Joel. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. The Lord replied to them, I'm sending you grain, new wine, and olive oil, enough to satisfy you fully. Never again will I make you an object of scorn to the nation. I will drive the northern horde far from you, pushing it into a parched and barren land. Its eastern ranks will drown in the Dead Sea, and its western ranks in the Mediterranean Sea. And its stench will go up, its smell will rise. Surely he has done great things. Do not be afraid, land of Judah. Be glad and rejoice. Surely the Lord has done great things. Do not be afraid, you wild animals. For the pasture in the wilderness are becoming green. The trees are bearing their fruit. The fig trees and the vine yield their riches. Be glad, people of Zion. Rejoice in the Lord your God, for he has given you the autumn rains. Because he is faithful, he sends you abundant showers, both autumn and spring rains as before. The threshing floors will be filled with grain. The vast will overflow with new wine and oil. I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten, the great locusts, the young locust, and the other locust, and the locust swarm, the great army that I sent among you. You will have plenty to eat until you are full, and you will praise the name of the Lord your God, who has worked wonders for you. Never again will my people be ashamed. Then you will know that I am in Israel, that I am the Lord your God, and that there is no other. Never again will my people be ashamed. And afterwards I will pour out my spirit to all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy, your old men will dream dreams, and your young men will see visions. That is, let's underline that verse in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verses 28, where the Lord said, I will pour out my spirit, and your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your old men will dream dreams, and your young men will see visions. Even on servants, both men and women, I will pour out my spirit in those days. Any question until there? This is the last hour that we are reading. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. In the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and bellows of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness and the moon to blood before the coming of the great and the dreadful day of the Lord. And everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. For on Mount Zion there will be deliverance, as the Lord has said, even amongst the survivors whom the Lord calls. Any question up to them? Any question? This is the last chapter of the book of Joel. We are just about to finish. Don't worry, bear with me. This is the last chapter. We are just about to finish our stream today. So don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. So let's finish in those days and at that time. Don't be in a hurry. Just relax. I've been streaming this for the last 3 hours, and I don't feel like I feel like I can go on and on. I want to continue until morning, but I want to continue. But they're saying, oh no 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 no. I want to continue until it. Say no. We cannot allow you. Nibakisha ya kesho. You do things when you are energetic. Don't wait. You do things now when you feel energetic. But you say you want to do things tomorrow. Tomorrow you do not even have the energy to do anything. So you do it today. Do it today. So this is the last chapter of the book of Joel. Let's continue reading. In those days and at that time, when I restore the fortunes of Judah and Jerusalem, I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. And even before we continue, I want to give you a short history of this man called Jehoshaphat. I'll even give you his family tree. From David, there is Solomon. From Solomon, there is Rehoboam. After Rehoboam, there is a man called Abijah. The son of Abijah was called Asa. And after Asa, he gave birth to a man called Jehoshaphat. Now, the people of the mountain of Seir, the Arameans and the Moabites and the Ammonites and all those people, they gathered against Jehoshaphat. When you read 2 Chronicles chapter 2 verses 20, Jehoshaphat went and approached them with praise, and he defeated them in the day of battle. And he went out and collected their spoils of war. He took 3 days collecting the spoils of war. Any question until there? Let us continue reading. We're just about to finish, don't worry. We'll stream for another 1 hour. Not 1 hour, just at the end of the hour, at least 3 hours, and we'll be good. There I will put them on trial for what they did to my inheritance, my people Israel, because they scattered my people among the nations and divided up my land. They for my people and traded boys for prostitutes. They sold girls for wine and to drink. Now what have you against me, Tyre and Sidon, and all the regions of Philistine? Are you repaying me for something I've done? Are you repaying me back? I will swiftly and speedily return on your own head what you have done, for you took my silver and my gold and carried off my finest treasures to your temple. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. And I'm so happy that we're reading the scripture in a very good speed, because I don't want us to waste a lot of time. For you took my silver and my gold and carried off my finest treasures to your temples. You sold the people of Judah and Jerusalem to the Greeks, that you might send them off from their homeland. See, I'm going to arouse them out of the places to which you sold them, and I will return them on your own heads what you have done. I will sell your sons and daughters to the people of Judah, and they will sell them to the Sabeans, a nation far away. The Lord has spoken. Proclaim this among the nations, prepare for war, rouse the warriors, let all the fighting men draw near and attack. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weaklings say, I'm strong. Come quickly, all you nations from every side, and assemble there. Bring down your warriors, Lord. Let the nations be roused. Let them advance into the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit and judge all the nations on every side. Swing the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, trample the grapes, for the winepress is full, and the vats overflow, so great is their wickedness. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The moon and the sun will be darkened, and the stars will no longer shine. Any question up to there? The Lord will roar from Zion and thunder from Jerusalem. The earth and the heavens will tremble, but the Lord will be a refuge for his people, a stronghold for the people of Israel. Then you will know that I, the Lord, your God, dwell in Zion, my holy hill. Jerusalem will be holy. Never again will foreigners invade her. That day the mountains will drip new wine. Wow. Can you underline that? That is a very good one. In that day, the mountains will drip new wine, and the hills will overflow with milk, and the ravines of Judah will run with water. Are we together? If you're new to this channel, welcome. A fountain will flow out of the Lord's house and will water the valley of Acacia. But Egypt will be desolate, Edom a desert waste, because of violence done to the people of Judah, in whose land they shed innocent blood. Judah will be inhabited forever, and Jerusalem through all generations. Shall I leave their innocent blood unavenged? No, I will not. The Lord dwells in Zion. We have come to the end of the book of Joel. I'm very happy that we have read that book. Any questions up to there? Any questions up to there? We've just read today. We read 2 books. Or do you want us to read another one? Do you want us to do another one? We can do another one very quickly. We can do another one very quickly. Time. Do you want us to do another one? Another 1 hour? Because I feel like yesterday we did not cover. We can just do another. We can do another one very quickly. Within that 1 hour, we can gain something along the way. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. We just read the book of. There's also another book called the Book of Lamentations. That is a hidden book. You cannot find it. There's also the book of Hosea, and very happy we have read that today. Any question up to there? Any question up to there? If you have no question, arrivederci.